Hi, good evening. It's Monday. Welcome to another reading vlog. I just couldn't bother getting my camera out this morning, to be fair. It's now like almost 9 p.m. 8:30. I'm about to shower. But I have actually read a ton today, but most of it was on audiobook. I read almost all of today Over Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I've been listening to this on audiobook while at work, and it's been so entertaining. I kind of mentioned in my last vlog, but it's a bit of like Frozen retelling. I'd say Frozen meets Three Dark Crowns. Our main character, which is the girl on my side of the book, is Eva, and her magic has always not really come to her very easily. It's of blood and marrow, which is like death magic, and she's always kind of withheld it. She thinks there's a block on it. Yeah, her father put a block on it, and so she's trying to figure out how to use her magic despite this block. Yeah, she's really struggled with her magic. So kind of Elsery, where she was trying to contain it, conceal, don't feel it. But then also it's in this kingdom, sister queens, these obviously two are sisters, sister queens fight for the crown, like fight to the death for the crown, Three Dark Crown style. It's not like as I would say prophecy driven as Three Dark Crowns is, and ritual driven. This is more just like that's what they do to show power and that they're strong, is that the queen has to fight for her right to rule. And so obviously Eva has always felt like she didn't really have a strong power because she had like buried it. And then Isidore, her sister, has persuasion magic, so she can really like manipulate and control things. So it's been very entertaining. I've been really enjoying it. I only have like a couple of chapters left, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow on audiobook rather than finishing the physical copy tonight, but only because what I was going to read next on audiobook got shaped away from me on the script, so I can't read it till Saturday. So I was like, I'll finish this rather than like on audiobook tomorrow when I still need an audiobook to read. But I've thought of something I can jump into after that. So I'm a couple of pages from the end of this, and then I've been focusing on The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh, which is like a gothic secret society story. It's honestly so good. It's so good. Where was this like genius from Renee Ahdieh earlier? I was not a fan of Wrath on the Dawn. I didn't pick up Flame in the Mist, but this is like chef's kiss brilliance. I love it so much. I'm enjoying it immensely. It's so dark and delicious. And I'm about to go shower, but I'm gonna try and get like maybe, I'm gonna just like read this all night and see how far I get. I mean, not all night, I have to sleep, but like currently on page 246, there's about 425. I'm gonna try and get to like 325. See if I can get any further than that. But I am loving this, so I'm definitely gonna try and finish this tomorrow, I think. So I should be finishing both of these books tomorrow. Yeah. And then the other book I'm currently reading, but I'm not as far through, I'm only 130 pages into this, is This Mortal Coil by Emily Suveda. And this is a sci-fi dystopian story. But I'll talk about that more next time I'm reading it, which won't be today. It might be tomorrow if I get through The Beautiful. The next thing I think I'm going to pick up on audiobook is The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan, which wasn't on my TBR, but obviously I've been shaped on script. So what I was going to read next on audiobook, which was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, isn't available until Saturday. and I can definitely read another audiobook before Saturday, knowing what I have on at work. So I think I will pick up Grace Keepers. What else is on the plan for this week? Hopefully some new releases will be delivered to my house during the week, and I will start one of those. But I also will read this week We're Okay by Nina LaCour, which is a short little contemporary queer sapphic sad breakup story. So I'm also aiming to read this week, but also some new releases. Good morning. I'm about to go get dressed, brush my teeth, that kind of thing. My face is so red today. What is up? Wash my face as well. Add that to the list. I just wanted to check in quickly before I go to work. I did read like 150 pages-ish of The Beautiful last night, which was in here, because I'm like less than 100 pages to the end, and I might use it as a reward at work today. I'm also going to finish a River of Royal Blood on audiobook, probably on the way to work, because I don't have much left. I'm expecting some new releases in the mail today, hopefully, if the mail is nice to me. And then I do have to drop a book off at the library today. I'm going to yoga tonight. I need to book a hairdressing appointment. Today's going to be a busy day, but anyway, I'll talk to you later about what my final thoughts, why am I not in focus, of the 2 books I'm gonna finish today, hopefully. I forgot to get my camera out last night. Like, I literally forgot all about it. So here we are with an update on what happened last night. Or yesterday. What, did I tell you that I finished A River of Royal Blood? Well, I did. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. It did, I hate to say read debut-ish, but it read debut-ish. Maybe what I mean is that the writing was fun and entertaining, but kind of straightforward. Whereas something less, it's not a bad thing, so I don't want to say like less or lacking. But like in comparison to something very like sophisticated and intricate, if that makes sense. A little bit more simplistic, but it was still super fun and super entertaining. And I can't wait to see what happens in book 2. I love a good villain origin story, so I hope it goes all the way in that direction. It kind of hinted at it, but it didn't go all the way. And I really hope it does in book 2. Then I also finished The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh, which I also gave 4 stars, but like, if I was to put the 2 side by side, I would say The Beautiful was a better book. But I don't know if I've specifically told you, probably not in this video, but I'm not doing half stars. I'm gonna try not to do half stars this year. My system may change halfway through the year, but I'm trying out not doing half stars. So I'm giving this 4 stars. Good, no major complaints is a 4 stars. And I really enjoyed this. The lush, eerie, decadent atmosphere, so good. I really didn't like Wrath on the Dawn, which was Renee Ahdieh's debut duology. I didn't like the writing in that at all, and everyone thought it was so beautiful, and I thought it read condescending and simplistic, like too explanatory. I don't know, I just really didn't like it. I was like, this reads like a 12-year-old. Though I probably even now couldn't pinpoint exactly what my problem was with it, but I just hated the writing. And so I like trudged my way through those. So they were a quick read, but I like, if I was to rate them now, I'd give them both like 2 stars. Writing style in this was gorgeous. It is, I don't get why people call Renee Ahdieh a lyrical prose. I don't think it's a lyrical prose. I think it's an atmospheric prose, which are kind of different to me. Like, lyrical are, to me, these flowery, long, poetic-y sentences. So like Laini Taylor, Erin Morgenstern, Catherine Arden, like Libera the Nightingale. This is like atmospheric prose where you really feel the vibe of the city, and it was great. Very entertaining. I don't think the twist hit me as hard as it hit some people. I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting, but not like, what? I was just like, hey. But I am very excited for book 2. Like this, I was hesitant to pick up because of my history with Renee Ahdieh and that I didn't like her previous books. So I was like, but I really, really enjoyed it. It just was lacking some kind of, so I'm reserving 5 stars for like wow books, and it wasn't quite a wow book, but like it was pretty dang good, so it got a 4 stars from me. I've also been listening yesterday and a little bit today so far on the commute here to The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. This is a dystopian fantasy, mermaids, the thing. I don't even know. I did tune out for a little bit because I was working at the same time. I did tune out for a little bit at the start, so I feel like I missed a couple of things not key to the plot, because I could pick that up alright, but might have been key to explaining how the world works. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying it. This writing is really lyrical, and it's very interesting. I only have about 3 hours left on the audiobook, so I'll probably finish it today, maybe, because I do this on a double speed, depending on what jobs I have on at work. Otherwise it might be tomorrow. And then I'm also reading physically This Mortal Coil by Emily Saveda, which is a dystopian that at first I was thinking read kind of 2012, and I was like, this is a bit pedestrian. But then some major twists started kicking in, and I was like, oh buddy, this is good. So I'm really enjoying the direction it's zigzagging in, and the pace is brutal, so I'm excited to see. Like, I'm halfway through and so much has happened, so I'm really excited to see, but kind of in the last 50 pages I had a bit of a slow start, but I'm very excited to see where it goes for the rest of the book. I'm like halfway through, but I will probably slam through quite a bit of that tonight. So anyway, I'm off to work and I will see you later.
Good evening. I talked to you this morning, didn't I? Yes, I did, in the car. I was talking to you this morning. What have I done today? I did finish The Gracekeepers. I'm actually kind of bummed with myself because I started listening to this at work, and for the first maybe hour or so I got a bit distracted, by which I mean my work kind of took over, so I lost a bit of understanding right at the start. And I kind of think it pulled it from a 5 to a 4 star for me. That's a me problem, not a book problem. But like, I still don't want to give it 5 stars because it didn't quite hit that like wow factor, if you get what I mean. But it was a really good book. So essentially we follow, it's by Kirsty Logan. It's called The Gracekeepers, if I didn't make that clear. And essentially it follows couple of girls, Calendish and North, and it's in this future apocalyptic kind of place where the globe is mostly ocean, and I'm running out of battery, fuck. And the world's like only got a few islands, and so there's people who are landlockers who live on islands, and then damplings who live in boats. And Calendish is a gracekeeper, so essentially like a funeral rites person for the damplings, but she also has webbed fingers and toes, which is some kind of mutation that's not normal. And then we follow North, who's on a traveling boat circus, and she has this bear that's part of her act, but she's pregnant with a baby from a like mermaid kind of person. And it's really complicated. It's all about like familial connections and like land versus sea and funeral rites and like loving your differences, and it was really good. but I feel like I missed something missing that first like hour. As in I knew vaguely what happened, but there were bits I tuned in and out of. But the writing was really lyrical and pretty and gorgeous. And it was really tough to kind of see how all these characters are really struggling against each other. But I think that bit would have been 5 stars if I had paid attention to the start. That kind of like tug and pull between the characters, because I would have got that extra little bit of backstory that I kind of just like tuned out on. Yeah, so it's a 4-star. I would 100% recommend it. It's beautiful.
Last night I got cut off by my battery dying, so that's fun. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly film this clip before I finish getting ready for work, which I really have to do. I just finished Then While Eating Breakfast, This Mortal Coil by Emily Cerveda. I really enjoyed it. It's I think I'm gonna give it a 4 stars because there's a few things that like held me back from like full love. Like I was a little bit slow at the start. The writing's I think it's just that it's a first-person narration in a dystopian, and I'm like, ugh. Like it's not bad, it's just inherent like cringe. But the plot and the science behind the dystopian were like top notch. So I would definitely recommend this. Giving it 4 stars. It was really, really good. If you're wanting the nostalgic 2012 dystopian you always wanted, but like with the complexity and goodness of something more modern, yes, it was that. It was so good. We essentially follow Kat, who's living in a future that everyone has a lot of tech built into their bodies. They're like implanted with kind of like organic tech when they're babies, and so their whole body is filled with tech, except she's allergic to a lot of the tech, so she has like a very primitive version. Her and her dad are like famous coders kind of thing, developing code to cure diseases and stuff. But there's kind of like a battle between rival companies, kind of, all in the midst of this plague that's like a zombie plague. It's so good. The twists and turns are so great. I think the start was a bit slow. There's like 100 or so pages to like of world building. Really felt kind of drudgy to me, but then once the like twists and turns were really kicking in, this was really, really good. I'm definitely adding book 2 to my to buy list. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Grace Keepers, I think I was talking about last night because I finished that last night, is like a dystopian kind of, but it doesn't read like a dystopian, but it's a world where everything's underwater except for these little islands, and then there's a circus and a girl who's like a funeral rites girl, and it was really beautiful. And I definitely want to pick up book 2 in that too, which is a companion, I think. Anyway, today, my physical read for today, which I'm hoping I might be able to slam through in one day, is We're Okay by Nina LaCour. It's only like 230 pages. I think I might be able to do it. And then I'm going to start on audiobook on my way to and from work today, though I'm going to have a busy work day, so I'm not going to be listening to it at work. Is Reverie by Ryan Lasala, and then once I finish We're Okay, I'll be reading this on like a combo of audio and physical. This just came out. It is a queer fantasy, and the villain is a drag queen, and that's like all I know. I think there's like Portal Worlds. Yeah. So I'm really excited about this, but I'm gonna read We're Okay first. I'm burping, sorry. I'm gonna get ready for work. I don't think I updated you since like yesterday morning, so we got a bit to catch up on. So what did I do? Let's look at my read list. I started a book yesterday. Did I finish a book as well? Oh, I finished This Mortal Coil. I think I was talking about that when I was talking to you. And then I picked up Reverie on audiobook during the day, and I'm reading it part audiobook, part physically. But I also, and so I'm like 200 something pages into that at the moment. 252 pages into Reverie by Ryan Lasala. This is a new release, and it's about, it's like a standalone about dream worlds you can go into. It's kind of like a portal fantasy, urban portal fantasy kind of thing, with a gay boy main character and a drag queen villain, and it's so good so far. I'm really loving it. I also yesterday slammed through the entirety of We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get footage of me sobbing, but I did take a photo and send it to April, so I'll try and remember to insert that here. This was so good. This was a 5 stars for sure, and I'm making, like, which I'll release on Twitter monthly, I think, a like best books of the year so far, and this is the first book that's made it onto that list. This was beautiful. This is a contemporary female romance breakup story kind of thing, mostly focusing around grief, and it was honestly spectacular. I sobbed for like the last 50 pages. It's not a very long book. Like the last third of it I was actively sobbing, so would recommend. It was beautiful. But I'm going to show you a couple of packages I got. I've actually got 2 here. I'm pretty sure I know what's in both of them. One should be a book I've already read, that I bought because I listened to an audiobook and I wanted a physical copy. But this should be a gift from April. Oh my god, she got me the hardback. She didn't need to do that. Here's the bookmark that I got. Naughty April. I didn't need the hardback. But this is Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. This is a gender bent Count of Monte Cristo. I'm so excited for it. It's not actually that long. I was worried it would be too long. But it's only like 330-ish pages. What's it look like underneath? Oh, it's blue, but it's got a little bit of decorative stuff going on the edges. It's got a velvety cover, which are my fave, so that's exciting. This is a gender bent Count of Monte Cristo, and I'm just super excited for it. It's got some great blurbs on the back from E.K. Johnston, who I like, Margaret Owen, who I like, Rinja Paker, Amanda Fruity, Kat Howard. I'm very excited. So the main character is Amaya, and she rescues a stranger from drowning, and she's scared it's going to earn her a longer sentence on the debtor ship where she's been held captive for a while. But instead, the man she saves offers her unimaginable riches, a new identity, and the promise of retribution against Kamon Mercado, the powerful merchant who ruined Amaya's family and stole the life she once had. That sounds so good. I'm so excited. I read the Count of Monte Cristo once a long time ago, and I think it was a kid's like edited version. So I'm very excited to read this. I'm vaguely familiar, but this looks so good. And this one should be a book that I already have read, so it's not going on my TBR shelf, obviously. Is it? Yes, it is. This is Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. This was one of the books that was on my top 19 books of 2019. There were 3 audiobooks on there, and I did, as I mentioned in that video, go and order all 3 for a physical copy for myself. So this is Magic for Liars. I'm obsessed with Sarah Gailey at the moment. They're I believe they're a non-binary author, and they write like modern magical fantasy. So this is essentially a detective whose sister went to magic school, and she was like the muggle left behind. But then she's a detective, and a murder happens at the school, and she kind of gets brought in because she knows about magic. So they bring her in to try and solve the mystery. It's got a yellow under the dust jacket. How beautiful. I'm very excited
to have this for my shelf, and so I can recommend it and like hand it to friends. Anyway, I'm gonna go have some dinner, but I'm going to work on Reverie tonight and try and get through all of it. I have like 140 pages left. I feel like that's achievable. Hi, I have been to yoga this morning. It's Saturday morning. I've been updating my reading review journal. And I'm about to shower because I'm gonna get a haircut and color and stuff today. And I want to film some videos this afternoon, but I'm also planning on finishing Reverie today. So I'm gonna take this with me to the hairdressers. Yeah, but gotta go shower. I have like 45 minutes. 15 minutes to shower to then drive there for the hairdressing appointment. So we better go shower. Update time, because I feel like I've been really shit at vlogging this week. Did I show you my hair just before I filmed videos this afternoon? I think I did. Who the frick knows? Anyway, what have I done this afternoon? April and I have been FaceTiming. I did a bunch of housework, got that done. Filmed 2 videos, got that done. I did finish Reverie by Ryan Lasala. I gave it 4 stars. It was really entertaining. It's very campy, very fun. I wrote my review, and I will say that if you're a person who likes your magic system to have rules and like logic, it won't be for you, because it really doesn't. It's a little bit like, and you have magic powers for some reason, good luck. But I personally found it really entertaining and really fun, and the character dynamics were so fun, and the reveries. So essentially we follow Kane, who has been in this like traumatic car accident, and he's lost his memory of the past couple of months. And so he's trying to remember who he is and why he was in this car accident. And he discovers these reveries, which are essentially kind of like dreams, but they play out with narratives and like story tropes, and they're somebody's like fantasy story trope. And everyone is playing bit parts in it, and there's quite a few that they go through in the book, and him and a few other people are all aware when they're in these, but most people aren't, including the person whose like reverie it is. And then so there's that happening, and he's like trying to figure out what's going on with these people who are apparently his friends, but he has no memory of them. And then there's also a drag queen sorceress villain person who is obviously the villain from the start, but like is claiming to help him figure out what's going wrong in his memory. And it's honestly just so entertaining and so fun. It's just fun. I had a great time reading it. The audiobook was great. I did listen to some of it and physically read other parts of it. And it was just a great time. It's super queer. The main character is a gay boy. And there's a little love story that's just a minor part. There's a semi-major plot-wise female-female romance between 2 elderly women, and a female-female dabble of a romance between 2 side characters. There's like 1 kiss, and it's happening in the background kind of thing. Like, it's nothing like major. Romance isn't really a big focus. It's mostly about friendship, and expressing your true self, I guess, and like being queer. It's honestly, I loved it. So I gave it 4 stars. I don't think it's like the best book ever, but it was a great time. It was very fun. And so since then I've picked up Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. If you didn't see my last vlog, no, it was this vlog. April got this for me for Christmas. I unboxed it on here the other day. So like 5 minutes ago. Good job, me. I'm currently 60 pages in, and I want to get at least 100 pages read tonight. So that's my current physical read.
I've listened to a single chapter of Wicked Fox on audiobook, and my plan for this is to read a mix of physically and audibly, but I won't start reading it physically till I finished Scavenge the Stars, and then I'll essentially just like read this on both formats till it's done, like audiobook when I'm audiobooking, physical book when I'm physically reading, and then that'll be done hopefully like early next week. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish Scavenge the Stars tomorrow. It's not super long, it's like just over 300 pages, like 325 pages. Hoping to get to 100 tonight, and tomorrow I've got work in the afternoon, but in the morning I'm pretty free. I have a little bit of housework to do, which I'll listen to my audiobook during, but I think I will have time to read a good chunk of this tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get it finished tomorrow, and that will be my final book for the week, because if I do finish it, I'll just dive into physically reading some of this. But yeah, it's currently the 11th, and I'm currently 11 for 11 reading wise. I finished a book a day, but I on some days finished more than one book. So over the 11 days I've read 11 books, and if I finish this tomorrow, that will be 12 for 12. Am I proud of myself? Very. Am I going to be able to keep this up? Questionable. Though there are a lot of short things that I would love to pick up that I think I could squish in, which might get it there. I'm thinking, like, my stretch goal is to try and read 31 books in January. Like, it's never going to happen again. And it would definitely rely on some novellas and some graphic novels. But I have a bunch of graphic novels saved on Scribd. I do have like 3 novellas that I have pre-ordered that come out, and ordered one backlist, and a couple that are coming out this month. And then I have downloaded on my phone The Test by Sylvain Neuvel, which is short, and the audiobook for Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky is on Scribd. That's also short. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do 31 in 31 days? Not sure, but you damn well know I'm going to attempt it. Okay, I'm going to keep reading for now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow and let you know how I'm going with Scavenge the Stars. But I'm going to climb into my pajamas and essentially try and get to 100 pages before I fall asleep. Hey! Hola! It is midday. I've done a few chores around the house. I did sleep in today. I'm still in my pajamas because I have work at 4:30 and I'm going to just shower like right before I go, but I can't feel getting dressed to then shower, so we're having a PJ day. What have I been doing? I listened to a couple more chapters of Gimme Ho, Wicked Fox, while I was doing a little bit of housework. I have also read like a chapter of Scavenge the Stars this morning, but I did sleep in and then watch a bit of journaling and booktube videos while I was eating breakfast. But I'm gonna really get stuck in on this now. I want to try and finish it over the next like 3 hours. Wish me luck. Hi, it's like what, 4:06. I have to head off to work in like 5 or 10 minutes. I've got to pack my bags and stuff, but I'm almost done with Scavenge the Stars. I'm gonna bring my camera to work so I can obviously tell you what I thought of this, but by like bedtime. So definitely will have finished this. And I'm also going to take with me Wicked Fox so I can work on that while I'm there. Hopefully get a bit into this. We'll see how we go. I feel like this vlog's been a bit meh, but although you're gonna get it anyway. Don't know what to talk about. I'm gonna go get ready for work. What the fuck? Anyway, did I tell you this is the Count of Monte Cristo retelling but gender swapped? And honestly, I'm really loving it so far. I'm near the end. It's just really strong. It's just really good. Really good. At the moment, it's sitting at a 4 stars, which I've been saying, but I'll say again, is like good, no major faults, just missing that like spark. Like no faults, just missing a spark. And a spark would make something a 5-star. So this is currently sitting at a 4-star, but we've still got a little bit to go to the end, so we'll see what happens. And I've barely started Wicked Fox, so I can't really comment on that. But this is a Korean, modern Korean fantasy following a girl. Her name's Go-myung, and she's a gumiho, or a 9-tailed fox. And then someone's happening with this kid called Ji-hoon, An Ji-hoon, I think. And they get kind of caught up in something. I don't really know yet. It's barely started. Anyway, I'm gonna pack up and get ready to go to work. And I'll talk to you later when I finish Scavenge the Stars, which is definitely gonna happen tonight. Wow, I totally forgot to update this vlog last night like I said I was going to. Are we surprised? No. It's Monday. I'm just gonna wrap this up. I did last night finish Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. I really enjoyed this. I think the dramatic irony throughout was just so good. Like that classic, you know what's happening but the characters don't. It was so good. I liked that the romance wasn't a huge part of the story. It was there, but it was pretty minor. The diversity was really good. We had an on-page ace character, an on-page trans boy, a lot of female and male relationships. It was very like fluid sexuality. I'm pretty sure the main character, like the main female character, main male character is bi or pan. It's not clearly labeled. He's East Asian, and the main female lead is Desi, and the like whole it's just generally diverse without being like that feeling like it has to be harped on, but also it's like clearly there. Like it was very well stated carefully. I liked it. Yeah, I really liked the minimalist of the romance. I do think the wider world could have been explained a bit better, but it seems like that's going to really branch out in book 2. I'm really excited for book 2. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I think it's going to be a great duology, and I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm working on Gumiho now. I got my audiobook in, but that's a vlog for the next week. I will see you with the other video. Hopefully this vlog wasn't too awful. I feel like it's been all over the place, but alas, we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!